There's a moment right before you wake up from a nightmare when the fear is so real that you swear you can still feel it. The sweat on your skin, the weight in your chest, the whisper in your ear telling you that it's not over. That moment, that's where I was trapped. And this time, there was no waking up. The darkness was everywhere, not just around me, but in me, like it had seeped into my bones. I tried to move, but I wasn't sure I had a body anymore. Then a sound, low, rumbling, a chuckle, came from the figure in the dark, the one who had spoken my name. And when it spoke again, it wasn't a whisper, it was a command. Sit. The world shifted. I was no longer standing. I was seated. The chair beneath me was cold stone, carved with symbols I didn't recognize. In front of me, the figure watched, not moving, not breathing, but waiting. Then, the room lit up. Torches burst into flame along the walls, and for the first time, I saw the throne, a massive, jagged thing, worn, old, and empty, except for the shadow curling around it, like something was still there, something unseen, something waiting. James was beside me, expressionist, like he already knew what was coming. And when the figure finally spoke again, its voice echoed in my chest. You made a deal. The words slammed into me like a gavel coming down in a courtroom. A deal? A bargain. The thing I had forgotten. James turned to me, eyes dark. Tell me, you remember. I swallowed hard, and in flashes, it came back. The crash, the pain, the voice in the dark offering me a way out. I had agreed, blindly, desperately, without asking the price. And now, the price was here, waiting to be paid. The figure raised a hand, and suddenly, I wasn't in the throne room anymore. I was somewhere else. A bar, dimly lit, music humming low from an old jukebox. And across from me sat myself, a version of me I didn't recognize, older, sharper, like a man who had stopped caring. The drink in front of him sat untouched, but when he looked up, his eyes burned like the shadows. Tell me, he said, voice eerily calm. What's it gonna be? The words hung thick between us. Thick, heavy, like a noose waiting to tighten. I shook my head. What the hell is this? He smirked, lifted his glass. A crossroads. The room shifted. The walls bent. And suddenly, I could feel it. The weight of the deal. This wasn't just about me anymore. It was about who I would become, which version of me would walk out of here, and which one would be left behind. I swallowed and made my choice. I stood, looked him in the eyes, and said, I don't take orders from ghosts. The air shifted, the bar trembled, and for the first time, the other me laughed. Not a chuckle, not amusement, but a sound that sent ice down my spine, because I had chosen wrong. The laughter grew, distorted, and then the room cracked, like glass shattering in slow motion. Walls caved in, the ceiling ripped open, and through it all, the shadow stood, watching, unmoved, unfazed, because this was what it wanted, a choice, a decision, a mistake. And now, I was in free fall. The world spun, the darkness rushed up to meet me, and the last thing I heard before it swallowed me whole was my own voice, echoing, distorted. You should have listened then. Nothing.